Okay, hello guys. Good morning. So currently it's 11:30 a.m. So welcome back to my channel. And then for today, you're gonna learn on how to crop and how to select a part of the picture. Okay, so cropping and selecting a part of picture is used in every project. You need to know how to master it. It's actually pretty easy. But before starting today's lesson, I want to actually apologize for my previous video on the audio quality. So I hope you guys forgive me, but if you guys still have any question about the previous video, feel free to ask me. Okay, so for today project, I'm going to teach you on how to crop and how to select and how to select a portion or a part of the picture. So for today tutorial, you just use any picture that you want. Okay, so for my example, so for today I have a picture of flower. Okay, so first, to crop a picture is actually quite easy. So as you can see, if you have actually set your widget or tools based on my preference on the previous video, so this is actually a tool that seems like an interlaced square. So this is actually a crop tool. So it's the fourth choice from above. So just click on the crop and then your picture will automatically turn into this layout. Okay, so to crop it, just move this tool and then just as you can see it started to crop. I can crop it and then just crop it like that, something like this. Okay, then just press enter. So there you go, your crop image. Okay, so actually cropping image is actually pretty easy. So let's cover one of our objective. Okay, then let's go to the next objective, which is selecting a part of the image, because sometimes you don't want all part of the image, you just need a part of the image to be put it on your project. Okay, so I just control Z, which is undo my previous action. So just control Z and then my image gone to the normal before I crop it. So there's many way to actually select a part of the image. So first and foremost, we have lasso tool. So lasso tool is actually pretty hard to do because lasso tool is only used on an older type of the Photoshop, because there is no quick selection tool. Like that's quick selection tool is actually just available for a newer version of Photoshop. But I just want to teach it because as you guys can use it later if you guys still prefer an old style. So lasso tool, you just had to click and then click and drag, click, hold and drag it around the part of picture that you want to actually crop or cut out. And then as you can see, I just click and drag the lasso tool around the petals that I want to crop out. So as you can see, this is the petal that I have selected. So for example, if I want to use this petal on my next project or on my project, after I selected it using um, lasso tool, just Ctrl C to copy it and then Ctrl V. So that's go your one petal. So this is actually what you have selected and you copy it from the image of the picture. So that's covered for the lasso tool. And then we have polygonal lasso tool. So I just reverse my selection. So Ctrl Z, you need to use because I love to use Ctrl Z because it's pretty fast compared to just click edit and I think undo. Yes, this is undo, which is Ctrl Z, which is really mischievous or really unnecessary just to click on edit. I think I'm very lazy to use it. So then after that we select polygonal lasso tool. So for polygonal lasso tools, it's actually the same as but when you click it, instead of free drawing it, you need to click it many times like this. As you can see, the polygonal lasso tool is actually a straight line because like it is stated polygonal. So it takes much more, it's easier, but it's less it's unsuitable for an irregular shape or an image that has curve, because it is only suitable for a straight line. Okay, so if I control C and then control Z, let's go your next crop using polygonal lasso tool. So as you can see, the difference between the normal lasso tool and the polygonal lasso tool have a straight edges compared to freehand, because freehand I used to draw on it instead of I use a polygonal side to crop it. Okay, so then I just control Z to deselect, and then last but not least we go to magnetic lasso tool. So magnetic lasso tool, I think is Photoshop 2017 2016 is the best free selection tool for an image. So you just need to click and drag it, but as you can see, the line of the selection is actually surrounding the image, so it's actually trying to follow the image that I'm trying to crop. Okay, so but as you can see, the shape is still not perfect because it is irregular, and my pixel of this picture is actually pecah, because I don't know why, maybe because the resolution is low, but I hope you bear with it. Okay, so if I control C and control Z, there you go, a part of the petal using polygonal lasso tool. Oh no, I mean magnetic lasso tool. As you can see, based on the three lasso tool, the most suitable that we can use is actually magnetic lasso tool, because magnetic lasso tool it try to follow the image of the petal, so it's really easy to use it. But there is actually one more easier step, which is quick selection tool. So quick selection tool is use brush. So as you can see, my brush for quick selection tool is pretty big. So what you need to do is head to the upper part and then just make it smaller. I think for this picture around 60, no, still too big. 34, okay, 34 I think is nice. So just then I deselect this, and then to quick select it, just click and then okay. So as you can see, thus my petal are selected, but it's actually selecting another petal too. So what you can do is actually make the brush smaller. Then after you make the brush smaller, you just hold alternate or ALT on your keyboard, and then just deselect the part that you don't want. So as you can see, I'm deselecting the part of the beside of this petal. Okay, so I'm deselecting it. So as you can see, it's much easier compared to all of the type of lasso tool. And then as you can see, just deselect until you think it's perfect for you to use it. Okay, then I'm still selecting it. Okay, oops, if you want to include more of the petal, just release the alternate or ALT, then just click and hold on the part that you want to use it. Okay, so then I'm trying to make it a little bit more tidier, so I'm trying to deselect the nuisance parts, and then there you go. And then this is my third petal, which is using the quick selection or the magic selection tool. So as you can see, as I can conclude from here, is actually the best tool to use to select and crop out a part of the image is actually, for me, is one is magnetic lasso tool and another one is quick selection tool. But I normally use quick selection tool because it's much easier, and the quick selection tool, or yes, the quick selection tool is normally really accurate compared to magnetic lasso tool, because magnetic lasso tool sometimes if the picture is too complicated, it still can't be used. Okay, so there you go, the two most fundamental basics on Photoshop that you will use it a lot on your next project. So don't forget to subscribe and comment if you want to have a part of next of the video. If you want the next video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm sorry because I don't really have a script, so I just talk from spontaneously, randomly. So I think that's all from me. If you have any question, just comment below, and then bye bye. See you on the next tutorial. I hope this helped. Sign off.